Oh, that trailer's getting close, boy. As I've said before, I am convinced now that Warner Brothers is trying to use the same tactic that Infinity War did with the constant teases and delays for that trailer. Remember, like, it seemed like everyone had seen it but you? Well, that's kind of what I think they're doing with Aquaman. And you know what? I really hope the DCEU has turned a corner. It's been a great couple of days for them with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, so I would love to see that happen. And again, I feel this trailer will probably debut Monday night during the MTV Movie and TV Awards, but it's certainly coming next week to play in front of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which debuts in the United States. So what are we looking at here? Actually, as I wanted to say, what in the seven seas is this? Well, speaking of the seven seas, that's what's going on with those statues in the back. This is a meeting place called the Council of Kings. Oh, the world building. This looks so much like a play set, right? We'll talk about the toy aspects of this momentarily. But first I want to tell you what you're looking at. So this is the Council of Kings, and legend tells that when Atlantis sunk, it split into 7 kingdoms, and I'm hoping that means 1 kingdom for each of the 7 seas. And those are the original rulers back there. You can see at least one woman, and I hope there's diversity across the board. I think it kind of seems that there is. I think that would be great to have each ocean's tribe or kingdom very, very different. And so who doesn't love being like, that's an instant fun game for us to play. What sea kingdom would I like to be a part of, right? Now also, in my first reaction to the Entertainment Weekly images from yesterday, I talked about the fact that I wish that the Atlanteans were Pacific Islanders, right? I said they put the wrong half of Jason Momoa's mixed background underwater. And some of you said, hold up, Grace. This is the Atlantic Ocean, not the Pacific Ocean, Atlantis, right? And that's, of course, a descendant from the Greeks. And that's a fair point. However, I'd also like to add to the conversation that the Greeks are actually traditionally of a darker complexion than traditionally depicted. It's a little like Jesus, right? Everyone likes to have Jesus look very Western European when, of course, the guy was born in the Middle East. So I think that I give you the Pacific Islander point, but I don't think that I don't think they look like Nicole Kidman and Patrick Wilson. That's what I'm saying. And then, of course, there's only 2 meeting here for some reason, even though there's 7 kingdoms. And that's Atlantis on the right and Xebel on the left. And Xebel is led by Dolph Lundgren, who is, very, very much in the same camp as Nicole Kidman and Patrick Wilson, ethnicity-wise. So anyway, I think this is very cool, right? So let's talk about. So I like it. I'm worried about it, but I think this is a gamble. This whole movie's a gamble. I'm sure as James Wan signed on the dotted line, he was like, this is going to be interesting. But as I said, he's going for it, right? So let's talk about the Atlanteans first on the right, who are riding a mix of sharks. And we've been promised in the article covering this that it's photo real, like it's really going to look like the actors are riding sharks. So that's a big promise. I hope this trailer delivers on that. You better have a shot of someone riding a shark in this trailer, and I expect to be like blown away by it, right? And it would be really cool actually if someone was riding a shark. Realistically, that would be neat. But apparently sharks aren't cool enough for King Orm, played by Patrick Wilson, as he's riding a giant prehistoric alligator. You can see, and then also his second in command Volko is riding a hammerhead shark. I don't know why they're not all riding sharks. I don't see any disparity in, mode of transportation from Xebel, but it looks cool. I wouldn't have put armor on the sharks, to be honest with you. Or if I did, I would have kept it like in the seashell variety, the seashell motif that they have going on with Aquaman's armor from the Vegas, shot that we got of it. Although in some shots, it looks more seashelly than others. But you want it to look more authentic and like real, like maybe is it half armor, half growing on the sharks, right? Than like Power Rangers. That's what I'm saying. Because to me, this looks a little bit too much like a toy in this shot, but I'm hoping when we get up close. I mean, I understand that horses wear armor historically in battle. You want to protect your shark because you're riding it. But I would like it to almost look like as I said, like you're not sure, is that like weird barnacles, underwater stuff growing on the shark, or did you intentionally do it to the shark? Also, I thought sharks were like somewhat endangered. I'd be like, Atlantis is hoarding them. And also, where's PETA? I'm sure, don't show this picture to PETA. They'll be furious. All right, so let's look at the guys on the left. Again, that's the kingdom of Xebel, where Mera is supposed to be from, and they're waterbenders, which is so cool. And we've seen some behind-the-scenes shots that look like they are indeed giving Mera that power set. And you saw her actually use it a little bit in Justice League. It came across as like, it almost is like water. Well, I guess waterbending is to some degree telekinetic control of water, but it's really, really cool. And I'm sure it's very expensive as well, but hopefully they don't just use it sparingly. Hopefully they go all out with it. But waterbending's not enough for King Nereus and his people from Xebel. They also are riding sea dragons. Now, what's a sea dragon? Well, a sea dragon is a manly, cool version, of seahorses, because apparently James Wan felt, the DCEU has enough trouble. You don't want to go sticking these characters on the backs of seahorses. It's just a joke waiting to happen. But you know what? I think they should have gone for it, because if you don't know this, male seahorses are the ones in that species to have the babies. So don't disrespect them like that, right? They're cool enough. Or you'd have all the female seahorses, because, the male seahorses are at home, taking care of the kids. But that would be interesting. I don't know. I think seahorses are really interesting creatures. I don't think you need to plus them. So, but I think this is very interesting. This is actually, I think it's an actual still from the movie, because they also showed concept art. This to me looks a little bit, it looks like concept art, but it looks like really good concept art. It looks like an illustration from a just absolutely fantastic children's book, that you just look at for hours, right? But it doesn't look like it's going to come to life at any second. But I'm very excited to see this in the trailer when it does debut and see how real it actually looks. Wow. I'm sure the VFX team was like, so what do you want me to do, James Wan? And he's like, yeah, we're going to do it. And I hope that they did. So what do you think of this idea? What would you want to ride? That's a good question. Not only well, we don't know what the kingdoms look like yet, so it's kind of hard to pick what kingdom you want to be a part of. Although apparently, as I said yesterday, it seems that everyone gets a trident. What? But would you want to ride a great white shark, a dino alligator, a hammerhead shark, which we can't really see that well, or a sea dragon? I'm going to go with a seahorse. I'm going to respect the seahorses, and I'm going to say, you guys get in here. You're cool enough for a movie. You're cool enough for a movie. All right, write your thoughts down below. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.